Let's be honest, new car prices right now are out of control. A mid-size SUV, nothing special, no fancy trim, easily hits 45, 50 grand. A full-size SUV? Don't even get me started. But here's the thing, nobody talks about. There are SUVs out there that sold for $60,000, $70,000 when they were new. Real luxury, not badge-engineered luxury, actual, built different luxury. And right now, those same trucks are sitting on lots, on Craigslist, on Facebook Marketplace for $10,000, sometimes less. So the question everybody wants answered is simple. Are they still worth buying? Or is a $10,000 luxury SUV just the most expensive mistake you'll ever make? Here's the honest answer. It depends entirely on which one you're looking at. Because some of these trucks, if you pick the right one, will give you more vehicle than anything else you could buy at that price point. We're talking bulletproof engines, real leather, third-row seating, tow ratings that embarrass brand new crossovers. But some of them, they will drain your bank account faster than you can say check engine light. I'm going to show you exactly which ones are worth every dollar and which ones to walk away from. No opinions, no brand loyalty, just the data. Now, before we get into the list, let me tell you how we put this together. Because I want you to trust the process, not just the conclusion. Trust the data. We pulled data from Edmunds True Cost to Own, iSeeCar's long-term ownership reports, reliability data, CarGurus market pricing, real-time data points, and RepairPal repair cost averages, accurate cost estimates. Every single truck on this list has a story. Had to clear 4 bars. First, original MSRP of $50,000, or higher when it was new. It's premium. Second, current market price sitting around $10,000, or close to it, a great deal. Third, enough mechanical life left to realistically go another 100,000 miles with proper maintenance, keep it running. Fourth, annual repair costs are key, that don't blow past the market average by a mile. If a truck couldn't clear all 4, it failed. It didn't make the cut, only the best. This isn't about which SUV looks good, the most impressive in a parking lot. This is about which ones actually make sense, make financial sense to own right now, today. Number 7, Lincoln Navigator, 2015 to 2017. 2015 to 2017, when it rolled off the line. When the Navigator rolled off the line in 2015, it was a major production. It stickered anywhere from $63,000 to $70,000 depending on trim. It stickered anywhere from $63,000 to $70,000 depending on trim. It was Ford's answer to the Cadillac Escalade. Massive and comfortable. Massive, comfortable, loaded with features that felt genuinely premium. That felt genuinely premium at the time. A truly high-end feel. Today, you can find clean examples sitting between $9,000 and $12,000. Sitting between $9,000 and $12,000. A massive price drop. So why did it fall this far this fast? The depreciation was brutal. Depreciation on American full-size luxury SUVs is brutal every single year. And the Navigator took the hit harder than most other luxury brands. During those years before the 2018 redesign changed everything. Made it cool again with a completely new design and feel. Here's what's important though. The 5.4-liter V8 under the hood. The 5.4-liter V8 under the hood is the same engine family that powered F-150s and Expeditions for years. And Expeditions for years. It is a very well-known and reliable quantity. It's a known quantity. Mechanics across the country know it cold. Mechanics across the country know it cold. It is very easy to service. Parts are cheap and everywhere. You won't have trouble finding them. The interior will show its age. No question about that. You will see some wear. But the bones of this truck are solid. It is built to last a long time. RepairPal puts average annual repair costs around $900. Around $900, which is higher than a Toyota. Which is higher than a Toyota, but reasonable for what you're getting. The honest warning. Check the air suspension carefully before you buy. Check the air suspension carefully before you buy. If it's been neglected, you're looking at a repair. You're looking at a repair that can run $1,500 to $2,000. to $2,000. Get it inspected, negotiate accordingly, and ensure it is a safe purchase. And the Navigator at this price is a legitimate deal for anyone looking. Number 6, Cadillac Escalade, 2015 to 2016. The Escalade is one of the most recognizable SUVs ever built. In 2015, it left the dealer at around $70,000. Today, a 2015 or 16 with reasonable miles lands around 10 to 12,000. The reason it dropped so hard is the same story as the Navigator. American luxury depreciates fast, and the Escalade's running costs scared off buyers who couldn't afford the upkeep. But here's what people miss. The 6.2-liter V8 in these trucks is genuinely one of the strongest, naturally aspirated V8s GM ever put in a production vehicle. It makes 420 horsepower, and it is not fragile. The magnetic ride control suspension is a different story. When those shocks go, they go expensive. But if you find an Escalade where the previous owner actually maintained it, you're getting a truck that can absolutely run 200,000 miles. The key data point, IC Cars reports that Escalades from this generation frequently show up with over 150,000 miles still trading hands, which tells you owners are keeping them running, eyes wide open on maintenance history. If the records are there, this truck is worth serious consideration. Number 5. Land Rover LR4, 2014 to 2016. Alright, full transparency here. The LR4 is the one truck on this list that comes with the most asterisks. When new, it ran between $58,000 and $65,000. Today you can find them for $8,000 to $11,000. And yes, Land Rover has a reputation for reliability that is, let's call it, complicated. So, why is it on this list? Because the depreciation is so severe that it actually changes the math. When a truck loses 85% of its value, the financial risk profile shifts. You're not betting $60,000 anymore, you're betting 10. The 3-liter supercharged V6 in these trucks is actually capable when it's been properly maintained. The problem is that previous owners at the $60,000 level sometimes treated maintenance as optional. If you find an LR4 with full dealer service records, the calculus looks very different. RepairPal puts annual costs high, around $1,300 on average. That's the real number you need to sit with. This one is for buyers who understand what they're getting into, have a good independent Land Rover specialist nearby, and are buying at a price low enough that they've already priced in the risk. Not for everyone, but for the right buyer, it's a legitimate play. Number 4. BMW X5, 2013 to 2015. The X5 has been one of the most important SUVs in the entire BMW lineup for over 2 decades of production. In 2013, a loaded X5 stickered around $55,000 to $60,000. Today, this same truck typically trades for $9,000 to $12,000 today. The depreciation curve on German luxury SUVs is significant, is almost vertical after the warranty expires. And that's exactly the window this video is about. The 3-liter turbocharged inline-6 in the X5, specifically the 35i trim, is a remarkably well-engineered engine that BMW has refined across multiple generations. When it's maintained with quality oil on schedule, it runs smoothly and reliably. The honest conversation, cooling system components, and high-pressure fuel pumps are known wear items on these engines. Budget for them. They're not catastrophic repairs, but they will happen. What you get in exchange is a driving experience that no truck at $10,000 can touch. The X5 handles, rides, and feels amazing. Like a $60,000 machine because it was one. Edmunds' true cost to own data shows annual ownership costs averaging around $1,200 in the 6 to 10 year ownership window. That's manageable if you go in with eyes open. Find a pre-purchase inspection from an independent BMW specialist, and not just a general repair shop, and let the data tell you whether this specific truck is clean or has been neglected. Before we get to the top 3, drop a comment below. Have you ever bought a luxury SUV used at a deep discount? Tell me how it went. The good, the bad, the check engine light stories. And if this kind of content is useful to you, hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach people who are actually out there shopping right now. Alright, top 3, this is where it gets interesting. Number 3, Mercedes-Benz GL 450, 2013 to 2015. The GL 450 was Mercedes-Benz's flagship 3-row SUV, a genuine competitor to the Escalade and Navigator. New price in 2013 sat between $63,000 and $72,000 depending on options. Current market puts clean examples at $9,000 to $13,000. The 4.7-liter naturally aspirated V8 in these trucks is one of the most underrated engines Mercedes ever built. No turbochargers, no complicated direct injection system to worry about. Just a big, smooth, traditional V8 that responds well. Air suspension is standard, and it is the one system that demands respect. A failed air strut will cost you between $800 and $1,500 per corner. The interior quality on a well-kept GL450 is impressive. 3 rows of seating, real wood trim, and presence. iSeeCar's data shows integrity well past 150,000 miles. This is one of the best value propositions on this list. Number 2. Lexus LX570, 2010 to 2012. Now we're into different territory. The LX570 started at around $80,000 new. This was not a near-luxury vehicle with a fancy badge. This was Toyota's most serious engineering put into the vehicle, and then expertly put inside a Lexus wrapper. The 5.7-liter V8 in this truck is the same unit that powered the Toyota Tundra and Sequoia. It was designed to haul heavy loads in brutal conditions over extended periods. When you put that engine in an SUV that most owners drove gently to the grocery store, and even on long road trips. And as a result, you end up with a robust powertrain that is nowhere near its stress limits on a daily basis. The result is a truck that ages exceptionally well. Village. It ages exceptionally well mechanically. Yes, you will pay more than $10,000. For a clean, well-maintained example, expect 12 to 16 depending on mileage and condition. Village. But the data justifies the premium. Village. RepairPal annual cost averages around $540, lower than most trucks on this list by a significant margin. Village. Lexus and its Consumer Reports Reliability Ratings Village. For this generation of LX remain strong. Village. The interior is dated by 2024 standards. The fuel economy will make you wince. Village. And the technology feels like a different era. Village. None of that matters when the engine village, and transmission are built to outlast village. The body around them. Village. Number 1. Toyota Land Cruiser, the ultimate smart buy. 2008 to 2010, the golden era of the Land Cruiser. This is the ultimate truck on this list. If you take nothing else away from this video, take this, it's about the real cost per mile. The Toyota Land Cruiser from 2008 to 2010 sold for around $65,000 new. Today, you find them between $13,000 and $18,000 depending on mileage. That is still more than $10,000, and I told you in the title this list was about $10,000 trucks. So, let me explain why the Land Cruiser earns the number 1 spot anyway. The question you have to ask about any used vehicle isn't just what does it cost today. The question is, what does it cost per mile of life it has left? And the Land Cruiser's answer to that question is unlike anything else on this list. iSeeCar's data shows that Land Cruisers are among the top vehicles in the entire market for reaching 300,000 miles. Not a handful of exceptional examples, as a statistical pattern across the platform. The 4.7-liter V8 in these trucks was engineered with tolerances and component specifications that go well beyond what you'd expect from a passenger vehicle. Toyota was building these to work in the Australian outback, in sub-Saharan Africa, in conditions where a breakdown means something very different than calling roadside assistance. When you buy a 2008 Land Cruiser with 120,000 miles on it, you're not buying a truck that's 2/3 of the way through its life. You might be buying one that's barely halfway there, with years of life left. The annual repair costs average around $550 according to RepairPal. The resale value holds better than anything else in this class, which means when you eventually sell it, you'll recover a larger percentage of what you paid than any other truck on this list. The Land Cruiser at $13,000 to $18,000 is not a budget purchase pretending to be smart. It is a genuinely smart financial decision dressed up in old sheet metal. Here is the core principle that ties all of this together. Depreciation is not your enemy. For the original owner who paid $60,000 or $70,000 for luxury and watched that truck lose 80% of its value in 10 years. Yes, that hurts, but you're not that person. You are the person who walks in confidently after the depreciation cliff has already happened and picks up what's left. The key word is picks up, not grabs blindly. Every truck on this list rewards the buyer, who takes the time to get a pre-purchase inspection. You must take the time to pull and review the service records and understand what they're actually buying. And every truck on this list will punish the buyer, who skips that step because the price felt too good to slow down. Used luxury SUVs at $10,000. are not inherently good deals or bad deals. They are opportunities that require homework. Do the homework.